Guys, if you've got a deck project coming up, I got to tell you that thinking about your attachment from the deck to the house before you start is super critical, because I can't tell you how many rot projects I've taken on over the years on remodels where the deck ledger was the source of the water intrusion. On this video, we're going to go out to Missouri builder Jake Bruton. He's been an OG Build Show contributor, and he's got 3 different deck ledger conditions on one project. Let's go check out Jake Bruton on deck ledgers. Let's get going.
Hi, I'm Jake Bruton, and today on the Build Show Network, I want to talk about 3 different decks at our Hilltop Arrow project and the reasons behind all 3 of them. But most importantly, we're going to cover this little egress deck off the master. Let's do it now. Our starting point in this conversation is the deck to wall connection. And in reality, that's kind of what we're going to talk about in the whole video. So let's start with our traditional wood frame deck tied to the structure of the house. That's what we have out front. We have that as our walk ramp up to the building. The reason that we have it tied to the house is because it actually goes in and is captured by the house on one side. So we felt that it wasn't possible for us to completely disconnect that from the structure the way we do the other 2 decks. So let's talk about that front deck. It's traditional wood frame. It is mounted to the zip sheathing. It has a small spacer behind it. It has a deck ledger spacer behind it. That spacer is mounted to the sheathing, not to the siding. And then the deck flashing comes from behind the siding out and over the deck. It's a traditional assembly. The only thing that's out of the ordinary is that little void behind it. That little void is the same as the void behind our cladding. So we have a 3/8 space behind the siding behind me or behind anywhere on the house. And we have a 3/8 space behind that deck ledger. The reason for that space is that we want drying potential, both in the deck ledger and in the house. And anytime that we can integrate a space for air to move and for water to drain, that's the best case scenario for our assembly. That's why we preach constantly about our siding being on a rain screen. So I think that if you're going to wood frame a deck, that's our number 1. We have to have a draining drying space between the rim and the house. That's a given. There are deck ledger spacer products that are available on the market that are real easy to find and real easy to just keep a box of them on hand, which is what we do. But I think that that's a very important thing because we see constant problems with rot at that location. Anytime you have 2 things mushed together that can get wet, you're going to have problems with those 2 things drying once they're already wet. So, number 2, let's talk about the enormous balcony cantilever deck off the end. We've done some videos on it in the past. I'm sure you've seen content from Steve Basic or from myself about it. That thing is a cantilever, so it doesn't have supports going down, meaning it does have to be fastened back to something solid. Well, if it were a deck, it could just be attached to the house and then have some posts out at the end. Since it's a cantilever, it has posts near the house but not out at the end. It has to have all of its support back at the house, but it also cantilevers far enough that it needed to be made out of metal. Well, if we're going to take a big long piece of metal and hang it out, I think the rule of thumb for code is 1 out, 3 in. So if you're going to cantilever a foot, you need 3 feet back inside the building. Well, we can do something like that with steel. We could mount to those piers coming back. We could encapsulate that in our envelope, but then we would have a big piece of steel that hangs 10 feet out, gathering all that temperature from outside and then bringing it right in through the assembly because it has to continue inside of our assembly. That's a horrible idea from a energy standpoint, from condensation standpoint, to have something that is metal and outside come inside without some sort of thermal break. That's poor planning. That's a bad idea. So Steve designed and worked with the engineer on this one. Everything is mounted down to the foundation, to those 2 larger columns at the end of the house, and nothing is connected back to the house whatsoever. Russell Built did a fantastic job. They did a great job working with Steve and the engineer to get exactly what they wanted, exactly what the homeowners wanted. We have this great as Steve calls it, disseminating house as it gets further from this large mass behind me. And we have a connection that is a thermal break and a water break. And we were able to basically finish our envelope and then just set that thing on the outside, which is what we're going to talk about here. So this deck, this little egress set of steps, we're only a couple feet off the ground. This is technically a window, but this is the master, and this window is big enough for egress. And so we went ahead and had Russell Built construct us another little landing and some steps so that if in an emergency you wouldn't have to jump out the window, you could walk down. The interesting thing is what we're talking about everywhere here. There are two little concrete pads underneath this deck, and this deck is not mounted to the house. So I can completely swipe my hand through there. This wall is finish clad, finish waterproof, finish air seal, everything. And then we're basically just parking something next to it. Now, we've done this a couple times with new construction decks, either a balcony deck or a deck with stairs, where we've put a little stub in the concrete and then set the new deck on it, and it does add a couple posts. It does add a little bit of complication to our concrete work, but it makes that air barrier and that water seal completely separate. The house is able to be watertight, no different than it is, say, right here behind that deck. And then we don't have that major weak point. The only thing that we've ran into is it takes a little bit of convincing to make that pricing commitment to space things off the wall. The client really needs to be informed and care about durability. But in our opinion, this is a fantastic way to do it. Now, I have had a couple times where clients were like, yeah, but you're going to make that freestanding. And what always comes to my mind is, yeah, the house is freestanding too. It's foundation with wood on top of it, and that's all we're talking about for a wood frame deck. Yes, it does add a little bit more framing. It does add a little bit more concrete work potentially. But the upswing here is that we're building a self-supporting thing that doesn't damage our air or water barrier, our WRB with the house. We don't have complicated flashing details that we have to deal with. And whenever they hire some other carpenter to come and replace the floor on it in a few years, we don't have to worry about them getting that flashing detail correct and then or incorrect and then ruining something that we did on the house. It's all these little things that add up to a home with greater durability. I realize that all these things add costs. I realize that they're not going to be for everyone, and we understand that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to do the best job we can with every budget that we're giving and every scope of work that we're given. And then that way we can continue to help the industry move forward, continue to build houses that our grandkids will be able to see, continue to build houses that our clients will be happy to own and happy to maintain. And as silly as it sounds, a little deck that's not attached to the house is one of those ways that we're adding durability. I'm Jake Bruton. Thanks for watching today on the Build Show Network. Don't forget to check out the Unbuild It podcast. That's a podcast that Steve Basic, another contributor here on the Build Show Network, and our good friend Peter Yost. Peter is a building science professor at Yale, and he's a building science consultant. And those two go way back for the origins of Building Science Corporation. So those two are a wealth of knowledge, and I'm happy to get to do that with them. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to the newsletter for the Build Show Network. I know that some of you find this through our IG accounts or through YouTube, but if you sign up through the newsletter through the website, you get a couple emails every week letting you know all of the fantastic content that everybody's putting out. It's really worth the watch. It's really worth the subscription. And that little email makes me even, and I'm a contributor, go, oh yeah, I should go look at those videos real quick. So thanks for watching today on the Build Show. Consider your assemblies.
Guys, if you want to see more of Jake Bruton, he's posting every single day to Instagram. You can go follow him there or go over to thebuildshow.com. Jake Bruton has been with us since the very beginning, since we launched our website in 2020. And if you haven't been over the website recently, you're going to notice some changes. The website got a refresh recently. We really look like Netflix over there. But even better, we've added more people and more additional content. So if you go to the website, hit that hamburger button, hit the Build Experts tab, and you can scroll down to Jake's page so you can learn all about him. See his origin story, see all his videos that he shot over the last 5 years. Plus, you're going to notice we've added a new tab called Build Pros. So we've got even more content really every single day over there. In the description below will be a link to our newsletter. Sign up for our newsletter. That's how you know what's new and what's happening over on thebuildshow.com. With that being said, guys, hit the subscribe button below. We've got new content here every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.